You want me to read stuff I've yelled at the screen while watching Hoarders? Number 2 is, Jesus Christ. Number 3 is, yeah, because you killed him. Number 4 is, you made it that way, you dumb.
Is this one episode?
And then it says, I'm not proud of that one.
Okay, I've got somewhat of a list.
What candies say about your personality?
I want to find my real list real quick because it's going to be more powerful.
Yeah, well, take your time. People love dead air.
Yeah.
Beth, what do you think of licorice?
Licorice is what, there's a big Red Vines and Twizzler sort of West Side Story happening. Sharks versus Jets. And I am Twizzlers all the way. Now, Pull and Peel, honestly, they act like they're from the same family. They have different parents. I mean, maybe, if anything, one of the Twizzlers snuck away and had an affair. So it's not that they're not blood related whatsoever, but they didn't know about each other.
Wait, are you talking about Red Vine?
No, I'm talking about Twizzlers and Twizzlers Pull and Peel. And honestly, I don't even want to look at Red Vines right now, Stella. I think they're wax, and the people who like them should get their stomachs checked because they're going to be in there for about a decade.
Oh, Red Vines for sure.
Red Vines are actual wax. They're the same thing as those wax lips.
Oh, yes, those are so good. And the little pop.
There's many varietals, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's 2 big branches, and it's for poor people.
Yeah, Chico Stick.
And then the elite.
Yeah.
We're eating a Hershey's, and some people are going to it looks like Vosages, but it's Vosges chocolate for
right.
What are those called?
Yes.
Truffles. So now there's many within all of those, of course, right?
But
because there's bad candy that's barely edible, and it's a
now.
knockoff. And then there's accessible Twizzler, Reese's.
Right.
It's not good for you when you taste it. You're like, oh, this is so sugary and probably not based in real food. And then you have
next
a
level.
full fat cake or a truffle or something made by a human being's
right.
hands.
But if you go to the candy aisle right now and you're a rich kid,
Mm-hmm.
you're getting something different because you're getting that sweet tart thing that you could lick and then put it in the sugar.
Yeah, the fun dip was for rich kids.
Airheads
Chupa
were for poor kids.
Chupa Chups suckers were for rich kids.
Oh, yeah,
some of them
for
had
sure.
a tub of it in their locker.
Yeah.
I was like, what does your dad
Tootsie
do?
Pops. Okay, so you like Reese's.
Or your mom.
Here we go.
I like Reese's.
Yes, you're an artist, very methodical, and you always want 3. That's what Reese's is.
3 Reese's?
Yeah, and I it's like,
Are you saying
they
I
come
kind
in
of
2.
I'm going to get order 2 but only eat 1.5?
No, I mean the opposite. I mean Reese's come in 2, and by the time the second's done, you're just like, I wish I had 3.
You're
Actually, I do
pretty
think
much
they're
spot
different.
on.
And I also will say that Reese's is kind of it's I think it's a cool candy. I think everyone I know that I get along with. It's kind of I usually get along with Leos. Does anybody, what is everyone else's candy? Because I can pull this up on my very special personality list.
Anything sour. What does sour say?
Sour Patch Kids mean you have a really big imagination and you don't want to grow up. Okay? Does anybody else have any? Because I have a bunch.
Oh, great. Catherine, go.
Do they have to be sour? No, right?
No, whatever your favorite candy is.
Okay, don't judge me. Almond Joys.
I love this. Almond Joy, you always wanted to be older than you are. 13 going on 30 vibes. Okay?
Is that true? As she sits over there with perfect posture.
Yeah. Doing work.
Connecticut reads already mature.
Connecticut is Almond Joy, for sure.
Nobody's a child in Connecticut. They're walkout adults.
Toblerone?
Oh, whose is that?
I like Toblerone.
Oh, really?
Wow.
I don't even have that one on because no one's ever said that. But I think
Do you have Tony's
it feels
Chocolonely?
architectural in some way.
It does.
You know?
It feels like you have a passion for Egypt
Yes.
and architecture, and you want to go
Fun
to Italy,
shapes.
but she's just never going to make it.
Okay, Skittles. I do have Skittles. You obviously love Pokemon. You might be queer. And that's it. And actually,
Only
that
Mo's
one's
allowed
been
to say
shown.
that.
Yeah, that's at shows. That one has been really correct. Pokemon too. Yeah, and for Butterfinger BBs, the Simpsons thing always works because it's
Don't put a finger on my Butterfinger.
I think that anything
Sour
that's
Skittles.
off, for example, with M&Ms, if you like crispy M&Ms or anything that's off those top 3, I think that like you're a freak. I just think that you are like trying to grasp with something that is not there. It'll never be there. Like cookie dough M&Ms. I'm just like, what are we doing here?
There's cookie dough M&Ms.
If you go to the M&M store, which I have been in
What if
Vegas,
we're just attracted to unavailability?
yeah, that's okay.
Like they could
well,
go out of
maybe that'll be
style
the
or
new
business
one.
at any time because people aren't ordering them enough.
Yeah, okay. It's somebody, a hoarder. You love hoarders.
I am a hoarder. You want me to read stuff I've yelled at the screen while watching Hoarders?
Do you have a list?
Yeah.
Look at our list. Mine is candy and yours is things you've yelled.
One was, what? He abused you and you were a Jehovah's Witness. That's number 1. Number 2 is, Jesus Christ. Number 3 is, yeah, because you killed him. Number 4 is, you made it that way, you dumb.
Is this one episode?
And then it says, I'm not proud of that one. Number 5, I hate these people. Number 6, you're the one that lost it. Number 7, you're so disgusting. Number 8, her hands are massive. There is an episode where a woman has actually cartoonishly large gargantuan hands. And it's, to me, somewhat inexplicable other than her touching so many. Her place was beyond repair.
They
it was a big
all
farm.
are. I've never
She must
seen
have been
one that
touching so many
wasn't.
things. I understand these people are not well mentally.
Yeah.
So this list is incriminating. And I do have empathy. But I'm just saying sometimes you
But
watch
this is
something
just
because
what-
you have a problem and you need to
What
project.
comes out? I've never known a hoarder.
Oh, number 9.
And considering my family, that's very surprising.
I have 3 more.
I know
I have 3
many
more.
furries. Yeah.
Number 9, no, you killed them and they were not happy. It's probably about their pets.
Right.
Number 10, but you also didn't take care of it. And number 11, no one will ever buy those.
Yeah.
They always want to
they
sell.
Do. You're so
They're like,
right.
no, that's my collection of plastic bags and I'd like to sell them. It's like, who would be buying these plastic bags covered
I think
in your dead cats?
that's a stutter step to throwing it away. I think that people just tell them like you could sell these just so they don't think in their head it's going to go in the garbage.
Yes, look, it is a tactic for sure.
Yeah.
It's a tactic on the hoarder's side to not throw it away. And it's a tactic on the cleaner side to get them to get it out of the house.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to say again, I'm very aware that it's a mental illness and I do have empathy. And I think it actually says more about me that I sometimes watch upwards 7 hours in a row.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because I'm in a dark place.
Didn't your mom
Not
ban
at
you
this
from
moment.
seeing it?
Oh, my mom said you actually have to stop now.
Yeah.
She said
Yeah.
if you do it one more time, I don't know, I'm going to have to hold you accountable in some sort of way.
The problem is that
I
I
just
feel the
can't
same.
stop.
But with intervention, I think it's the same where you're watching these shows and I'm watching because I want to see them get better. And like I feel like the percentage of people that go back or their house starts to get dirty, it's just like it's so
Well, they're
high.
there to help for sure. And they do
Yeah.
offer aftercare, but sometimes they don't do it. But you know what I like? What I think it is I love a montage.
Mm-hmm.
All of the Disney movies where there's a makeover or a montage or somebody goes from one thing to another and I get
Yeah.
to see it. It's rewarding.
That's where 600
that's why I
pound
like
life
it.
goes wrong, I think, because there's no montage and you kind of have to like all of a sudden it's like act 3 and it's like the after. Bless you.
I actually hate the people. I'm watching it and I'm frustrated with them and I want them to get better. It's the same reason I have a history of it's like it's rooted in my childhood and what I can control and what I can't control.
Well,
I want someone to get better and it's not my problem and it's not
Right.
has to do with me, but it's like I'm basically like, oh, I'm not dating somebody that's struggling with alcohol. Maybe I should watch Hoarders so I can
Right.
feel at home.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
somebody
get
who's struggling
that.
and I can't
and you're
help her.
rooting, yeah, but you're trying to help them
I
through the
definitely
screen.
want them to get better. I want their
Yeah.
house to be clean. I want to see it clean and them happy and a
Yeah.
bed to sleep in. So
Mhm.
they're not just like sleeping on a little mat with the
I
skeleton of their cat.
Yeah.
Did you crave anything when you were pregnant?
I crave
Candy?
I thought it was going to be ice cream, all of that, but I think I've just eaten so much of that in my life that wasn't my craving. My craving was really cold, fresh fruit. It's so boring, but
That's nice.
that was and I had a lot of Shake Shack. And I don't like Shake Shack is not my go-to. And it was just like this Shake Shack in Glendale, man, it was like every night getting that. I get like the chicken sandwich.
So Shake Shack, and then what was your shake flavor?
Like chocolate malt.
And what does that say about you? We didn't finish your did you do yourself?
Well, yeah, mine is Reese's as well. Here, I'll read a few off. The one that seems to be true on the road is like peanut M&Ms is that you are an only child or the oldest sibling. You're responsible and you're a great friend. You always turn in your taxes before the deadline. And that one seems to be really true.
Peanut M&Ms.
Peanut butter M&Ms, you're adventurous and hot. 100 grand, you like beauty pageants. Oh, Airheads, there we go.
I love Airheads, and I ate 4 while I was watching that movie the other day.
Airheads, you were poor but dreams of being famous.
Mama, I made it.
Wow. Three Musketeers, you're sweet and reliable, want the best for everyone.
That's my sister Hannah. She loved Three Musketeers.
See?
Megan would get Mambas. You got
which
Mambas
one
on
is-
there? Or a Charleston Chew?
Oh, I should get Charles. I used to eat that one. Okay, Chico Stick is you are a serial killer.
Oh my God.
If that's like if you have the money and you're picking that, and then Butterfinger is you're the serial killer next door because a Butterfinger is just a Chico Stick with chocolate on top.
Yeah.
And so you're like the one where they're like, oh my God, he was my next door. I had no idea. It's just John Wayne Gacy. He's the guy down the street. Turns out
Yeah,
he's
I
a
saw
monster.
people go in and not come out. I was sucking the chocolate off of my Butterfinger. Off my Chico
I was
Stick.
busy.
I was trying to find the Dr. Now meme for
I don't know
you.
why I put Hershey's You're in the Army, but
I found it.
yeah, Dot's musical theater nerd
I
attention whore.
found the Dr. Now, My 600-Pound Life meme, which is his face on a button that says, you could have easily lost 30 pounds this month.
Wow.
Because he has an accent.
Yeah, he does.
I think that's pretty close to it. You could have easily lost 30 pounds this month. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Sweet treat.
It's time for the sweet treat, everybody.
We have sweet treat.
Ooh, I actually
Kids,
don't know if I've
gather
ever tried
around.
these.
This is the part of the podcast where kids can watch.
And the packaging is incredible. Sweet tarts.
Oh, we're going into
soft
packaging.
and chewy. Yeah, I'm gonna do a unwrapping.
Okay.
Cherry punch.
How does it feel weight-wise?
It says flavor with other natural flavors.
flavor.
I think they forgot a ED on flavor.
Where is this from?
Oh God!
Which
It says
gas
100
station is this
calories
from?
per 2 ropes. That's incredible because normally it would say something like 100 calories per a quarter of a rope.
Yeah. So you can eat a lot of
They're
these
soft and
be
chewy.
fulfilled with
It
your
says
life.
why choose mini chewy. Rope bites are the original, and it invites us to get in touch actually, to scan the code.
Wait, here I got my phone.
And it says there's 60 grams of sodium and 15 grams of sugar.
Bring it over to Mama.
Scan that little
Let me get a
QR
scan.
code. Big Mama Mo.
Hold on, it's not there yet. There we go.
Sweet treat.
Okay.
Maybe
Get
Mo,
in
should we try to
touch.
harmonize since we're really good at that? Are you gonna go high or low?
Sweet
Sweet treat. Okay, go again.
No, I'm a horrible
Come
singer.
on, do it again.
Okay, low like that.
Wait.
Sweet. Oh,
Sweet.
I'll go sweet treat.
Okay.
Sweet treat. Yeah. Oh, thank
You
God. 'cause
sing
I can't
acapella?
sing.
I not currently as an adult.
You can
but,
sing
like,
it with
You
Beth.
did as a
in
kid?
college. I did, yeah.
And what was your, were you an alto or a soprano or?
I was in an all girls group, so I was a bass.
Wow. Way to bring the bass.
Yes. Okay, this is bullshit. This is just their website.
Okay, so like what was one of your favorite songs to sing?
Oh my God, we did "Movement" by Hozier. That was
Wow. Wait,
I went to
that's like
SNL, I think, when
hip.
Hozier was there.
That's
Wait,
hip.
no, maybe I sent my sisters. I was opening for
I
somebody.
thought
at
it was going to be
Caroline's.
like church songs or something.
Okay.
I know. I know.
What's another one? Because I don't know if I know movement.
We did well, like our group song was a Meghan Trainor song that's like, I got a heart full of rhythm, but beats with no.
I got a
That one's
heart
the
full
barbershop
of
one that
rhythm.
scratches the itch for sure.
Yes.
I
Oh
guess
my
you
God.
have a bit of a lower tone voice, maybe. Bass.
Yeah, it like definitely
Barbershop.
made it lower over the years.
We talked about Harold Hill Robert Preston, Harold Hill from The Music Man the other day, and he was known for describing like singing is just extended talking when he's trying to get everybody wrapped up in the idea of a band and singing.
And his scam.
His scam. Harold Hill's this original musician scam artist. But what was it? So Hosier and then a Meghan Trainor.
What's like an
Yeah.
old-timey one?
An old-timey one?
Yeah, like maybe one I would know.
We did At Last by Etta James.
Oh,
Nina Simone.
that's
We did
nice.
her too.
Wow, this is
My
classy.
Yeah. We were cool. Acapella's cool.
Acapella is cool.
guys,
You know
acapella's
some
cool.
of the famous
Yeah.
ones, right?
The famous ones?
Yeah, like what are they called? Remember the famous?
The pentatonic.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I have great news.
What?
So I went on their website.
Wow, it smells great.
And they're hiring currently in Chicago a senior food scientist for sweet tarts. Yeah.
Do you need to be a scientist?
You need your master's or PhD in food science. That doesn't seem like that hard to get.
Hey, I could do that in a couple weeks if I
Yeah,
needed to.
it's no problem. 5 to 10 years experience,
What?
strong
So it seems like they're really trying to make a change over at Sweet Tarts.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. I like to open candy clean, so because it's like it's kind of one of those things where I can't have a mess in the back of the car on the road trip. Can you,
Yeah.
get your shit together. But here's the thing. I've done that. But my
Yeah.
question is, do you want me to pull it out like that? Because it could change some
Do
stuff.
it like you would do if you were on a road trip. Okay, that was great.
Do you want to?
I thought it was gonna be like a full-
You
yeah.
want to get your own out?
No, you can tell.
Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay,
So
let's try
far,
that again.
no, I got it.
Okay.
It's fine. It's just in a chair. Okay, they're
Okay.
also hiring for Sweet Tart Rope 2 first shift, which that does seem
What if
like
they're
something
like-
I could genuinely do.
What if they're like, we made a grave error on the last batch that went out, and we're looking for someone to sort of do damage control?
We're like, what? Yes, of course.
Oh
so
my
far,
God.
this segment
smells
is
really
good for
good.
kids.
It smells like. Do you remember the fruit snacks from when we were kids that looked like little rabbit pellet poops, but they were strawberry or grape? They came in a foil package and they were not name brand. It smells like that.
Those are really good. You can like taste each piece of sugar in it. I like how soft it is. Okay. Guys, okay, the kids have to leave now. Because
it looks like a dick.
This is how they do it though on the OnlyFans or like when they like food. I could see immediately how it works. You'd be like, this is soft and sensual. Please do not turn us off because of the sounds we're
My
making.
sound effect. You did a helicopter. You've been working on your sound effect. I can do a little piggy.
Okay, let's hear it. That's really good. I like that. You have to put that in the act. You got to put that. Got to put that on the set list for tonight. Beth and I have a show together tonight, and if
We'd
she
love
doesn't
for
do
you guys
that,
to come. I don't know if you're going to make it in time.
if she doesn't do that pig sound effect, she's not a real one, as they say.
I'll do it. I don't
Just
care
find
about bombing.
a spot. Even if you do it at the end, you're like, "Thanks, I've been Beth." And then
Does
do it.
anybody want to hear any impressions? I'll do it like that kind of.
Yeah,
Anybody want to hear any impressions?
and then
Who's
say,
into impressions here?
"This is my impression of a little piglet," and then turn around and be like, "My impression of a little." You know how they do
Yeah,
it twice.
yeah.
My impression of a little piglet, and they go,
I heard Christopher Walken. I'm actually going to do an impression of a little piglet.
"Yeah, I actually didn't ask for suggestions."
I heard Trump, Christopher Walken,
or a little piglet.
or a little piglet.
Yeah, just name off the things that you think that.
I mean, like everybody's in person. Like every stand-up show I've ever been on, it's been like just those two impressions.
Oh yeah,
Trump
I could do
or a little
Roseanne.
piglet.
I could do Roseanne. I did it
I
like so
believe
early
you.
on. It
Let's
was
hear it.
Roseanne auditioning for Goodfellas for Joe Pesci's character. Just imagine me doing this like almost blackout drunk in Chicago, like at open mics too.
I'm ready. What am I going to introduce you or?
No.
Okay.
I
Whenever
just go
you're
right
ready.
into
Whenever
it.
you're ready. I'm Lauren Michael.
What do you mean I'm funny? Funny like a clown? Funny ha ha? Ah, 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 ah.
Mo.
I'm not a housewife. I'm a domestic goddess. That's her first set. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I don't think I do impressions.
You just did one.
Oh, of Dr. Now? You could have lost 30 pounds this month.
You do that on stage. Bomb. Get canceled.
I don't think I do impressions, do I? If anything, I'm trying to think back in the day, I would do Jim Carrey, of course, and Robin Williams.
What do you mean you used to do impressions of them? On stage?
Of their character? No, just to get laughs as a child. You know,
yeah. East Ventura.
Nancy and I are still looking for the other half of my head.
Yeah.
Or like,
Oh,
my name is
righty
Elsa
then.
Emerman. I was wondering what kind of children you have. Oh, a boy. I don't work with the males because I used to be one.
All you had to do to be funny.
Get back in your
You
cell.
really got it all.
Don't make me get the hose. And then, I don't know. Do you think this is too much for them? And then what was the other one? Oh, he'd be like, deep, 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 deep. I'm sitting on a gold mine. And then, I eat wood. Da-na-na-na-na-na. It tastes good. Da-na-na-na-na-na. I'm rushing.
You're rushing. I mean, it was
I
a
eat
full
wood.
montage.
Da-na-na-na-na-na. It tastes good. Da-na-na-na-na-na. No meat, big feet. I eat wood. Down, 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 down. I think that's it for me.
All you had to do as a kid was just like memorize movies, and you were the funny one in class.
It's true. It was an easier time when actually
Guys.
that's how I actually got my dad to be less annoying. Because I said he was unoriginal and it hurt his feelings.
Really?
Yeah. And that was recently.
But look at him now. All of his characters are original.
Yeah.
Starsoncall.com. Don't forget.
Yeah. And we still would like some of your guys' input on what his next character should be to promote my special.
Yeah, and to promote the podcast.
Yeah, and the pod. Yeah, maybe just to promote the pod. Yeah, that's actually what I meant. I'm sorry. Thanks for correcting me because he already was out there with
Yeah, he was
my
already
stuff.
out there
He was
with
a
your
leprechaun.
stuff. He was Orange
We needed
Man.
him out there to promote our podcast. And what would you like him to be in?
Yeah, and he said he did have a Cupid costume in the closet,
Yeah.
but it
But
might
I think
be
we're going to see a lot
old.
more of him if he does that one. I think it's just a diaper.
Oh, yeah.
He takes his job so seriously. He's actually had to, I don't even know, I've lost count of how many times he's had to go to the hospital to get a catheter because he held his pee so long so he could stay outside and keep yelling to get people inside the restaurant.
He's got to get one of those things where you can pee your pants.
I agree.
Yeah.
A little dick cover that goes at the bottom of your pants.
I don't know. Don't they have something? You
I
put
think
like
some
a
guys
little
wear a condom
camelback?
with a tube.
No, that seems like you can't buy that at REI.
You're right.
I think there's something that you can get.
Yeah, that goes on the end of your penis or something. And then
yeah.
you just piss and walk in a parade and drink beer.
Yeah.
Okay, and truck
Right.
drivers?
Yeah.
Well, I need to get him that.
Yeah, Yeah, Shee Wee. Yes,
I
I've
think
seen
I have
this.
one.
You do?
I got it. Yeah,
Yes,
it's in my
you gotta look
cupboard.
at the Shee Wee.
Let's double check to make sure. Yep, I've got
Yeah.
that. I did it
I want
during
that.
when I was doing cross country traveling during COVID.
Right.
And part of me was sort of like, you know, if there's not a bathroom to stop in, everything's closed, or I don't want to go in a place.
I
But
don't
now I'm
wanna
actually
watch.
pretty good at just standing and peeing.
Yeah. Look at the Shee Wee. Where's the Shee Wee?
That looks like, there it is.
Shee Wee.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's basically like a little funnel that allows
but
you just to
I can
pee
actually do
outside.
that just standing. I don't need a funnel. In fact, that creates more mess for me.
Wow. You mean you can just like have your pants barely off like that and just.
Yeah, like lift up, like if I can yes. First of all, I actually don't need to touch myself to do it. I can actually stand there and spread my legs and like sort of aim it, like, because I'm someone who pees in
Oh.
the shower.
Yeah, but so you don't have to
I can, like,
you don't have to take off your pants and your socks and your shoes to.
It's
I
a risk.
I do a little
because
lean.
one wrong move and it's going down your leg and filling your shoe.
Yeah. I thought about peeing outside the other day at Runyon.
Yeah, I would do it if I needed to. In fact,
Yeah.
on a first date a couple years ago, I jumped a fence and pissed outside of a dog park in the brush. And then I came back and I felt better.
You got attacked by a dog.
Here's the interesting thing. It was a date. Went to a dog park. He had the dog. He showed up with booze. Bit of a red flag.
It's
And
the dog park.
and and I were drinking, and I'm just not a huge drinker, and I also pee a lot. I was like, here we go. But I was enjoying the combo. I was like, I'm gonna go hop this fence and pee. He was like, cool. I don't know if it was before or after, but somebody goes, Beth Stelling, like that. And I was like, oh no. Like, I can't remember. It wasn't while I was peeing. I don't want to exaggerate the story. It wasn't like I'm peeing and somebody's like, Beth Stelling? But they were like, it ended up basically being, and I feel bad I can't remember who it was. Somebody you know too, I'm sure. It was a Canadian comic.
Yeah.
And they were like,
they saw your stream.
Yeah.
They saw your stream.
They probably
and they're
smelt
like,
it.
that's Beth Stelling.
Yeah, it wafted over to them. Their dog came running over to sniff it. Anyway, they were looking for their dog that was lost.
Oh, really?
In the brush that I was peeing in.
Just like licking your pee up. Oh my God.
I'm like, let me know if you want me to piss anywhere else to lure it over here.
And that's a first date
That
to
was
remember.
A first date to remember. I mean, it's the beginning of.
It was the beginning of the end.
Yeah. It was not sweet.
Speaking of the beginning of the end, dare I?
Yeah.
Transition into talking about our high school sweethearts.
Yeah, we can do that.
We were talking about it, and I thought it might be relatable.
What if we had a sugar rush and you?
I was just like this. Oh yeah, let's try this first.
Oh,
Who cares
my
about high school
goodness.
sweethearts when we have granola butter?
Yeah, and then we're saving these two
I
for
can't. I
another
don't
time.
even. I actually don't know if I can handle granola butter.
Really?
Yeah,
You want me
I
to
just
do
had
it?
too much sugar.
Or do you want to save it for another time?
Maybe I'll save it for. Well, you could do it.
Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Here's some
I was
granola
like,
butter.
I'm gonna be passed
by
out.
Oat
I have 2
House.
shows tonight.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay, sorry, I'm not as good.
At consuming things that are not the healthiest for you. I love how I'm like, I don't drink. I do eat 3 cups of sugar a day. Okay, brownie butter, granola butter. Brownie batter, granola butter, and that's going to be our
Brownie
new vocal
batter.
warm up.
Brownie batter, granola butter.
Brownie batter,
granola butter.
Brownie batter, granola butter.
Brownie batter, granola butter. Brownie batter, granola butter.
Mommy made me mash my M&Ms.
And I'm ready.
Okay.
Any birthdays in the house tonight?
Are you guys dating?
Are
What
you
do
dating?
Do?
What do you do?
What do you do?
What do you do for a living? What
Sorry,
do you do
I
for
yelled.
not a living? I've heard it backfire so much recently where
I love
comics
to hear it. I hope
are like,
audience
I'm
members are coming
unemployed.
armed to answer badly.
I agree. Everybody, I've heard
Write
now
an act.
3 times.
You fucking loser.
I heard 3 times I'm unemployed.
Good.
And they don't, and it's just like this, like, oh. I also heard
I
somebody,
wish you the best to you and to me on writing an act.
the comic, I saw this comic that just said, I mean, you hate to, everyone's been there, but it's like, hello, sir, what do you do for a living? I'm not a sir. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You can't recover from that.
It's tough to recover from
You
that.
just can't recover.
It is really tough.
Yeah. And you feel for her. Luckily, she just goes on to the next thing. She's like, I actually don't care what you do for a living. Okay.
This looks incredible to me because I used to like come home after school. I don't know how my mom could afford it or kept it in the house. Maybe I did it every once and again. I would put the brownie mix in a big bowl, add the vegetable oil in the water. I used to add egg until my sister was like, you shouldn't eat raw egg. And then I would mix a little corner of it to get the consistency to be about that. And I would sit there and watch Wishbone and then Power Rangers and eat brownie batter.
Really?
Yeah.
You just keep it in the fridge?
Oh, no. I mean, it was sort of like a
I guess
one-shot
it didn't have an
situation. And then I needed to cover my crime.
I don't think that sounds that expensive to me.
I think it, like, think
It's
about
just
how
brownie
much there's
batter.
Wishbone. What's the story, Wishbone? he was a little doggy detective. And I loved him. And he wore a little cape and sometimes a different outfit that made him look like a king.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. That was my first crush. Just kidding. My first crush was Christian Bale and Newsies.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise in Far and Away.
Oh, Far and Away. Man,
then
that's when
obviously Leo
rewinding
in
was good.
Titanic.
Yeah.
And what about you?
I mean, JTT, Elijah Wood in The War and North.
Elijah Wood, yeah.
Literally anything. Elijah Wood. And I see him sometimes in our neighborhood.
And how's he doing?
I'm like, hey. Well, I have a joke about writing him a bunch of letters and how I just want to go up to him and be like, why didn't you write me back, you asshole? Are you just pretending to have your mom here with you? All right. We're all at the edge of our
just
seat.
like the good old days. Look, I absolutely love it.
Does it taste like your old brownie butter?
Yes.
Yeah. This is
I don't want to
Wishbone.
double dip because I want somebody else to try it with a spoon. I think Guy wants to. And I'm obviously not sharing this. I'm taking it home.
Yeah, I mean, you brought it here.
Yeah, well, I wanted to give Oat House a try. They sent it to me,
But what do you
which I appreciate and thank you, and also sponsor us. And that was a real reaction.
Beth did say, yeah, she said she's not, if it tastes like garbage, she's not going to pretend like it's good just to get more free tubs of something that tastes like shit.
No.
Yeah. So you
I think we
genuinely
need to come
think
up
it's
with
good.
better names for we'll work on this, but better names for the different types of candies and food we're trying. You know what I'm saying? Because like some of it really is accessible to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
There's just realms. Like think about it. When you go to the store, you're feeling like dessert.
Yeah.
You can get homemade ice cream, or you can be like, I'm gonna get Jenny's.
Mm-hmm.
And homemade is like Coors Light. And
Wait, what
Jenny's
is homemade?
Guinness.
Is that a brand?
Yeah.
Homemade? Yeah.
No, sorry.
I thought so
Let me
too. I was like,
rephrase
that doesn't
that.
sound like Coors.
I should rephrase for everyone to
You mean like
understand.
dryers, Edie's,
Sure,
that sort
dryers,
of thing? Okay.
Edie's is Coors Light.
Okay.
And Jenny's and McConnell's
Right.
is Guinness.
Mm-hmm.
Or even like a thick IPA.
Yeah.
Or what? Yeah, or Fat Tire or something.
Yeah,
Haagen-Dazs
Haagen-Dazs.
leans closer to Edie's and dryers.
But it is better because they don't sell them in like huge gallon
I
tubs.
double dipped.
Yeah.
Just for a second. Yeah, 5-second roll.
Oh, yeah, that
I feel
one
like
is good.
Tillamook is playing to the higher end with its branding.
But it's like the same thing.
No, it is a little, it leans
But is it-
towards
Oh, wait, it's a chocolate company and a cheese
Tillamook is,
company.
and cheese.
Yeah.
They know dairy.
Yeah. Here's my problem with Jenny's and Salt and Straw. None of them have a good Rocky Road, and it makes me mad. I'm like, just make a Rocky Road. They don't have Rocky Road.
Salt and straw.
Yeah.
Is sometimes a bit much,
Mm-hmm.
you know? It's like
Oh,
when you go,
goat cheese.
I don't go into anthropology anymore,
yeah.
but you're like, I just need a dress. And you're like, oh, that's cute. And then you turn around, it's got like a doily over the back. And you're
Yeah.
like, this is extra for
It
me.
is 7 layers. Yeah.
This is the 7 most popular.
Halo Top.
Wow. So Halo Top comes in at number 7
Halo Top
for,
is not food.
it's not
though.
ice cream.
It's not food.
I wonder what what does it say about its details? Because it's 280 to 360 calories for the whole pint. It's basically playing into binge eating in
Yeah.
America
But
and
it's
weight loss.
air.
and
Yeah,
all
it's
of
weight
that.
loss. It's like
Yeah.
it's like
Again,
this
I'm
is
always
not
very grateful. I
sugar.
never dealt with any sort of like intense eating disorder, but I imagine that it's frowned upon in some sort of community because it's
Yeah.
like that's
I
just
do.
it's better to probably just have a little cup of Jenny's or
Right.
or even just dryers or whatever the heck
It's
we're
kind
talking
of
about.
diet culture. Turkey Hill, have never heard
Never
of
heard
it.
of Turkey Hill. What's the whiskey?
Haagen-Dazs.
There's a turkey whiskey, right?
Yeah, it's wild turkey.
Wild turkey. Thank you.
No. What is that?
It's
Pennsylvania.
interesting. Okay.
Okay, if you say so. This is
And then we've
obviously
got
someone who has
Haagen-Dazs,
a
which is not
family member.
surprise.
Haagen-Dazs, Bluebell.
That's going to be accessible, I think, to a lot of people.
And Bluebell is good. They have
Dryers.
Listeria.
We said dryers.
No. There is Briars. There's Dryers. There's Edie's. Edie's and Dryers are different. I think like west and east of the Mississippi. I think they switched the name.
Okay.
It's Edie's on our side, or they changed that. Okay,
Then you got
Ben and Jerry's.
which I do love.
Ben and Jerry's is pretty good. Half baked. Oh no, I like the Tonight dough.
My favorite Ben & Jerry's was fish food for the longest time.
Yeah.
And as I've kind of grown and matured into a woman, it is now the Tonight Dough.
Yeah. The Tonight Dough is so good.
Yeah, because
you love Jimmy Fallon and he's your favorite
well,
person.
You know you're a comic when you're trying to type like, I'm falling in love and it changes it, autocorrects it to Fallon.
I'm falling in Fallon.
I'm Fallon.
Fallon in love. What is private label, number 1?
It says, although Ben & Jerry's is the top solo brand in the country, or in the ice cream industry, the sheer number of private label ice cream companies
that's like
far
Journeys?
exceeds sale expectations by
great.
light years.
Right.
Sales for private label ice cream products amounted to 347 million units in 2018, more than double the sales of Ben & Jerry's. So people are going for Ben & Jerry's, but more likely they're going for
because it's like
for
in
Jenny's
their
McConnell's.
Yeah, it's like in their neighborhood.
What's it called? Something House?
Pepperidge Farm.
What?
Cool House.
Yeah, Cool House. Thank you. With an H-A-U-S.
Yeah, I used to play basketball with the people that. It doesn't matter.
Are you guys a fan of mochi?
Yeah, I do like mochi.
I like mochi too.
It's delicious.
What is this, a first date?
Oh, do you like mochi?
Don't talk to me.
I had this.
I appreciate you.
I'm sure I've told you every sweet story from my life, but the listeners have not heard that I went to homecoming with a guy who was at least 1 foot shorter than me. I'm just giving you the visual. It doesn't matter.
Are you just
but
saying a time that you're being sweet to a short guy?
Yeah. That's why I'm a sweetheart. That's the only reason I'm on here is because I've gone on dates when I was in the closet lesbian with short guys, and we went to homecoming together, and he never tried to kiss me or anything, and I was crushing on him, and I had my friend ask him.
And so immediately you turn inward and you're like, it's obviously my problem. I'm absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
As women do.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
I was just like, no, I must have been like, just like, why didn't he? Was he waiting or was he waiting for like another
there is nothing
time?
like that, well, guys love to call it blue balls, but it's that terrible feeling of like, they're gone and nothing happened. And it's like you're in your car and you just want to be like,
but in that time period when you're in high school, it was this thing where like I felt like I had the upper hand. I feel like you're going on a date or a dance with a guy that
another height joke from
yeah. She's
like, I had the upper hand.
I could honestly beat his ass. And that's like how I picked my partners back then. So my friend asked him, why didn't you kiss Mo? And he said, well, I would have, but she was just eating that chocolate chip cake the entire time in the limo. And it's true. We got one of those chocolate chip heart cakes for our group. Like one of our parents got it.
Chocolate chip
the
heart
whole
cakes. Are we talking
time.
about cookie cakes?
Yes, cookie cakes like Mrs. Fields style.
Oh, what was ours in the mall in Dayton? It wasn't I don't think it was Mrs. Fields. It was the cookie
that's
company.
what it looked like, the I Love You one. That's so
with the icing.
So I was housing that the entire limo ride.
It's absolutely incredible.
He had no time to kiss me because of how much I was going down on this I Love You cake.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Thanks.
Did you drink before the dances?
Yeah, we used to like drink handles of vodka.
Same.
Just
but it was
insane.
like Kamchatka and Popov. So like, was it really mostly vodka or water?
Yeah.
We would do lemon drops, like Kamchatka vodka, or no, lick sugar vodka, then lemon.
I've never been drunker than,
how fun.
Your joke resonates with me when you talk about being a teenage alcoholic, like just that you got it out of the way.
If you didn't want me then, streaming now on Netflix, directed by Maureen Welch.
Yes. I so resonate with that. I was so the same kid with you going to Dayton. We were like going to parties, going to like parts of the city that we were not supposed to be in.
Oh yeah.
Fucking wasted. When I got to college, it really was just like, this is amateur.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got, there's a story about it in the special that Mo's referencing, but it's like, I basically just say I got most of my alcohol drinking out of the way in 8th grade.
Yeah.
And by the time I was in high school, I was grizzled.
it was just this. I mean,
I gotta get my shit.
my mom waking me up, she'd be like, you could just smell the alcohol from outside the door. And
Oh
she's
my
like trying to get me
God.
to the track meet, and I like missed the bus. It's just,
And then she made you still run in the track meet.
yeah.
even
And
though
I
you're
threw up
super-
at the finish line. Yeah.
Hey, you made it till the end.
Yeah, I
and then
did.
you gave him a show.
Yeah.
We drink
I drink.
occasionally.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not like sober.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we kind of like I'll drink after show if people are having a drink, I'll have a drink. But like
I have to be in the mood. Like so there'll be a whole comedy club weekend where I'm not drinking. And then there'll be a whole weekend where I have a beer on stage with me.
Yeah.
Or a beer before. Or,
Yeah, but I feel like that's rare, and it's because you guys drank when you were.
yeah.
Oh,
and that's kind of
for
why
sure.
you should drink when
You're a
child.
comic, it's just like that you get paid in alcohol. And
Early
so you
days
just
we
drink
did.
so
we got paid in
much.
drink tickets.
Yeah. And I still do. And it's like, you just have this ticket. But if I'm drinking, and I haven't in maybe 2.5, 3 years, I haven't gotten this drunk. And I promised myself I never get this drunk, was when I went to Vegas. And we had a fireball shot. That's when you know it's a different mo.
See,
Yeah.
I guess when people offer me a shot of alcohol, I look at them just sort of like,
I never take.
do you want me to die?
Yeah.
What? I think I felt that way for a long time, though. I remember seeing, why can't I think of his name? Comic. He like has his own Stanhope, Doug. And I went to go see him at Lakeshore Theater in Chicago.
I
when we
was
were
there
living
with you.
We went together?
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah. And people kept running up shots to the front to give to him. And you know me and us, like we come from similar, like, I guess kind of similar traumas or whatever from our dads and just being around alcohol as kids. All I could think was, you love Doug Stanhope. Why are you hurting him? Like, I just was like, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
And I know he's a grown man. He can take care of himself. He can say no thanks. He doesn't have to take it. But he was taking them. I don't remember if he took every single one of them.
God,
but I was like, you
that
guys are
hurts.
ruining this show for me, too. I was like kind of mad. Like,
Yeah.
you want to see him drunk?
They wanted their moment too.
You're just
going to give it
destroying
to
the
him.
show. He's like getting so hammered.
Yeah.
I don't know. That bums me out. Again, less about him, more about like these fans running up shots. And again, it's like a compliment to them, and or
Right.
they think it's a compliment. I don't know.
He signed my jacket that night. I had a North Face jacket, and I was like, will you sign the inside of my jacket? He's like, you don't want me to sign your jacket. And this is so embarrassing that I say that, but I made him sign it. Yeah, he signed it.
I think
I
he
didn't
was
know
really
I
sweet.
didn't know one of his jokes. I didn't even know who he was until we went.
Well, you and I
But-
were not really, like we've talked about, we weren't really students of stand-up. So we weren't
No.
like praising
I
a
didn't
lot
know
of
who
the
any
men
of
that
these
came
people
before
were.
us, not out of choice, but we just like, we didn't have cable. Like I
Yeah.
wasn't watching stand-up.
You were watching Wishbone.
I was over here,
Yeah.
idolizing the Power Rangers. and when I went up to him afterwards, well, I'm sorry. I think it was like maybe a couple years later, a joke of mine was online. I'm almost positive this was him. Somebody was like, that's a Doug Stanhope joke. It was like maybe a joke I had written about Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Again, well, let me just finish this part, and then before I go on another one of my tangents, he goes, he basically replied, I think it was on Twitter, and he said something like, hey, I like it better the second time. Like, it was just really sweet, because it's
Yeah,
like,
that's
it wasn't a
nice.
joke that I didn't steal it.
Right.
Yeah, sure. Once you hear them, you're like, oh yeah, those are really similar.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't watch him. I didn't
Right.
steal it. I didn't know. I thought that was gracious of him. And it wasn't like it was so precious to him. It was just a random joke.
Right.
I mean, I've even listened to, like, Kanane has a similar joke that came out before my half hour on Netflix.
Mhm.
And I love Kanane. He's so funny.
He
but I just
stole
had
it.
never heard him tell it. And I didn't.
He told me he
listened-
stole it from you. And he said, fuck that bitch right before he put it in his special.
Kyle's one of the people who's like literally yelled in my face about
For
who I
dating.
dated.
Yeah.
He's like, why are you doing this again? Stop picking fuck ups. That's a bad Kyle impression.
That's like a Kyle from hell.
Picking fuck ups. Anywho, I was gonna go on a tangent about there are a lot of year 3 jokes.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you're an early comic, you're so worried about stealing, and I got to get this set up online so nobody can steal this. It's like, baby,
That's
it's
gonna make
been
you-
online. You know,
Yeah.
if there was a TikTok, you would already know that you just stole from like Boozler in '88. You know, it's been done.
Right.
It's like the classic and totally outdated joke that a lot of comics say year 1, 2, 3 is like, I know I'm gaining weight when black dudes start hitting on me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, or like battered women taste delicious. You know, you're just sort of like, oh, honey, Google it once. But that now there's too much fact checking that can be done for you to be doing that.
Right. No,
I still think you can come by taking something by accident.
Oh, of course.
You know, people like there are definitely people, especially if you're a comic that is really original,
Right.
Or for the most part, you can tell you've written all your stuff or they're like your life stories. You got to give people some grace.
Yeah, and sometimes it happens accidentally. Everyone's just like hanging out or whatever, and then you just end up like, oh fuck, that's the same premise.
Yeah,
you know?
there is always that like, who gets this?
Yeah.
And speaking of a segment we've done once, the reality television show of Love Show, the Love reality television show section.
That just rolls
Thank
right off
you.
the tongue.
And that's kind of the jingle I'm pitching.
Yeah.
The
reality show
section.
of the love shows of the segment.
Mm-hmm. The reason I thought of it is, did you watch Women Tell All of The Bachelor of Joey's season yet?
No, because I
know you hate it and you think it's boring.
I think that The Bachelor now is so boring to me that I'm not caught up, but I also do not care about spoilers.
Okay.
I think he
Joey?
seems like a good guy, but that's not enough for me anymore. I'm a monster and I need
more
real drama
More.
real. He's not like my high school guy.
They showed the trailer for the finale of the proposal or not proposal, and it look they're making it seem like he leaves alone.
Oh, really?
To me, they're making it seem like
they always do that.
He asks one of them and she says no.
That's
what they're making it seem like.
That never happens.
Yeah, well, again, every year they go, like nothing that's ever happened before.
This season is different because Colton is gay.
Yeah.
That one was real.
Gotcha.
That was one of the best seasons.
When we got to watch a gay man date 50 women.
Yes. And yes.
He's been doing so many TikToks lately. Does Jordan send you those? Jordan Faye?
No.
Oh, dear. He's been doing dancing TikToks.
Gotta have him on.
He's a realtor now.
Yeah.
We gotta have him on. There he is.
Yes.
Is that his partner? Marries Jordan Brown. He's married?
He's married.
Wow. What's it say? Page 6, Colton. Oh, right there. Colton Underwood claims Bachelor throws stars
Why
to
did
the
he say
wolves.
stars? He's saying he's a star.
He is. Self-proclaimed star.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Obviously. I'm sorry, but if by now you don't know that you will probably get a bad edit,
Yeah.
like you go on the show knowing that it might not be 100% reality.
And if you want to do it right, you will always have something in your teeth.
Yeah.
While
Then
you're
they can't
filming.
edit. You're right.
And
Continuity.
yeah, for like do your makeup progressively. Like you start with one eyebrow and then after like 30 minutes do the eyeliner.
Flip
Then
your hair a
Then do
lot.
the other side and then bottom lip and then top lip. Try to edit that.
Yeah. You are so right.
Yeah. Also, Adam was spot on last night. He was like, I just want to see a girl look comfortable. And I was like, oh, I would not adhere to the guidelines of dress.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why am I showing up in a prom dress? I mean, I might put on some nice slacks or something, but I'm going to be very... Why hasn't anyone ever just bucked the dress thing?
I've never seen a beanie unless they're doing some sort of date in a winter state. But it's
no
like
one can
inside,
make you wear
no
a
beanie.
dress.
Yeah.
Besides the Lifetime show that I did. What was it? Stand-up in Stilettos?
And you had to wear a dress?
I said, do I really have to wear heels?
They made you wear... Oh, well,
And he was
yeah,
like,
I
yeah.
guess that makes sense.
I never wore heels in stand-up.
Yeah. Wait, that was a show you
If
did?
anything, it should have been a reality show to see if I could still make people laugh in heels.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, Stand-up in Stilettos.
Stand-up in
TV Guide
Stilettos.
is what it was. Sorry, I said Lifetime.
Where's Beth?
You should see, you actually spent time with me that night. I'm wearing a navy dress. Oh, there's Christina P. Who else was on this? Stand Up in Stilettos. Kate Flannery was on there. I don't think there's any photos of my outfit though. I would be able to tell you.
How are we gonna... We need to...
I wore
figure out
some
how to
Cole Haan
get
heels,
this.
but definitely not stilettos. It was basically like, hey, so
It was ha-ha
we're gonna-
hotties.
It was ha ha hotties.
Yeah.
It's like we're gonna do an all female showcase, but we do need you in heels, and that's the whole thing.
So that's the thing because it's in the title.
Yes.
So the title is.
So here's
show.
the twist. We're making women wear heels.
Can you imagine I go on that right now and I have to wear like just heels?
That's what I mean. That's a funny bit. My whole bit should have been clowning. I should have been like,
whoa, you're so physical.
And try to not fall. What were we saying before I pivoted into stand-up and stilettos? I forget. Oh, I know. Women tell all.
Oh, yeah.
And the reason I thought of that is because we were talking about something that made me think of it in the sense that there was totally drama. There was like these 3 girls that were extremely annoying and petty. And and some of them even admitted they didn't take accountability at first, which would have been the easier path. They're like, I'm sorry, you felt that way. This is the women tell all thing. And it's like, we all saw all the things you said and did. And it's and one of the girls was like, it was cringe to watch myself. She was. Anyway, they all hated Maria. And they tried to make Maria the villain, but Maria really wasn't the villain. She was just sort of like speaking her mind.
Was
and kind
there
of
a villain this season? I'm gonna watch it. By the next time we meet, I'm gonna watch it all.
Everybody loves Maria. Anyway, so Maria handled it beautifully because I guess that's why I thought of it, Dolly Parton, and giving other people, particularly a women-on-woman, grace.
Right.
Because she was like, you guys were wrong and you're lying and I didn't say that and you hated me for no reason. Why did you hate me? And if one of them had just admitted, because this is what it is, you know what? Yeah. I watched back, like here's an example. One of them I would have loved to write for them. Maria,
you're
right.
Speechwriter for Bachelorettes.
I should be.
Yeah.
Maria, you're right. Watching this season and seeing myself on screen was embarrassing. I can see how jealous I was, and I treated you unkindly. And I was jealous because you're gorgeous, you're funny, you're forthright, and you clearly had a connection with Joey. And I didn't. And so I acted badly, and I was immature, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can't say anything back from that.
That's it.
Yeah.
And I actually meant it more than that girl who owns the vintage store. But the point is, just get real. Like they're like, I'm the one who's real, and I'm real. It's like, no, actually get real. Like, say the thing. It's okay to be jealous of a woman who's absolutely gorgeous and funny.
Yeah.
And the guy liked her.
I am just trying to be the most authentic version of myself. Every season, there's like a new, like totally hack, like my walls are up sort of saying, and then they all repeat it. It's like it's like they're the same organism.
On another episode, right, where you're just kind of running towards the thing you don't want, which is like, I've been cheated on. Let me go on a television show where I'm going to watch myself get cheated on.
I'm jealous.
Or recreate getting cheated on.
Yeah.
In a acceptable scenario, fueled by alcohol.
Yeah.
That seems healing.
Yeah, I mean, we love to watch it. I don't know how much I don't know what's happening with like the NDAs and stuff because everybody gets off those shows and does talk shit now and gets their own podcast.
I think they used to be more quieter out of fear.
Yeah, and now they kind of talk about it, and I'm like, I wonder if that's just going to be the downfall of those sort of dating shows, though.
I did notice some adjectives were added to the women that were being described.
Yeah,
like Jesse Palmer, who, look, in taste there's no argument, but he's fucking terrible. He goes, we're here with however many, 30 accomplished women. And then later he was like, and all of these very smart women.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, it's interesting we're adding these two descriptors lately.
Sounds like a new producer, new director.
Yeah. And then he was like, how many of you have been bullied online? And like 7 of them were like,
well, get ready because you're about to get bullied a lot more because you're on reality television.
I know. I was sort of like, I love it when the people are like, I got broken and I'm really ready to find my person. And that's why I will be on Bachelor in Paradise this season.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, cool.
I just couldn't handle all the attention I got from The Bachelor. It really put me in a dark place.
Anyway.
Catch me on Bachelor in Paradise.
the unfiltered, less boundaries, more
Bachelor in Paradise
sand
is better than The Bachelor. I mean, they're comedic with their editing. They like
you can
cut
you don't
to
have
a
to wait for your
raccoon.
time. You just go and like respond. Just get in there. There's no cutting in necessarily. You just like hop on someone in a bed.
And I hate when it works. I hate when like Bachelor in Paradise has all these couples and stuff. I hate when it works because then people will keep doing it.
I know. We're basically an online couple. People mistook us in that photo for that.
Yeah, people are like, "Is that your wife? You and your wife look so happy."
Not our wife. But I would be.
Okay, you got that on camera. Send it right to Sam. She's never going to let me do the podcast again.
So I feel like you're hanging out with Beth a lot. Are you guys, is it something more than just a podcast that you do every day?
These are better. They're better than Red Vines. That's the thing.
Red vines are not it.
It looks like cocaine in the middle here, and it might be.
Tis. I feel like we've really talked enough.
We've talked so much. I feel like what happens when we try candy too is that my energy starts to dip.
Yeah, I think everybody felt it.
Yeah, everybody felt the
particularly
big
me.
dip.
Sort of a bit of a sugar rush, and then people are sort of falling asleep in their chairs at work listening to this.
Yeah. Well, that serves its own purpose.
Of an angel, fly away from here.
Listen to the next
episode.
No, you can listen to the next episode in 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, it's another ad. Hold on. 22 seconds to go.
Please don't scroll through the ads. We love the ads. Those are some of the best parts.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1. The next episode is loading.